Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Madam President, and I truly wanted to discuss with you guys African Americans' obsession with material things. We all know, we know a lot of people, or we've seen people who basically lives in an apartment complex but drives a Mercedes-Benz, or a person who makes $8 an hour but has a $500 handbag. Not one, but several, where there's an analysis behind that. And I got this when I was 19 years old, and I'll be 30. So for 10 years, this has been with me, and I'm aware of this kind of thinking as well as this kind of behavior. So, and it goes back to slavery. A lot of African Americans' habits are passed on from slavery, believe it or not. I mean, from parent after parent, grandparent after grandparent. It's just a traditional thought process that's been passed down to us, but you have to break it. So the book I got this analysis from is Breaking the Psychological Chains of Slavery by Na'im Akbar. So basically, he explains very, very clear. When you were slaves, yes, your great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother, when she and he were slaves, we all know the African Americans who were shipped to America, they were not considered human. They were property. So when you're property, you don't have any valuables, okay? So when a slave, we already know that they have the degree of separation as far as light skin, dark skin, from a house slave to a field slave. We know about all of that, right? So there's another concept that isn't discussed much, but it also came up in the movie Roots. And this is the concept of when master used to give his belongings to slaves. So for example, there will be certain slaves that will be working, or they work hard, or, they need a winter coat. Now, consider that they are property. When they need things, they don't get paid. Now, they're just property. They're not even considered human. When they need things, master have to give it to them, okay? Now, master, considering that he's master, he has the privilege to basically decide who gets what. So if a woman needs a coat, master will give her the coat. So when master will decide who he will give certain valuables to, that slave felt better than the other slaves. That slave would basically believe that he or she was a better slave because master gave him or her a piece of clothing, a hat. It was something that basically that slave became validated from what master had given them. So today, I'm president. How does that relate to today? So when you see all the African Americans walk on the red carpet and people say, well, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? And you see all these black people, with so much pride. Oh, I'm wearing Alexander McQueen. Oh, I'm wearing Gucci. These are slaves. These are slaves who are saying, I've been validated by the valuables that master has created for me. Now, I don't want to get too deep because I don't want you to think that Madam President does not like nice things, because Madam President loves nice things. But I want you to know that Madam President will never be a slave to nice things. So I'm not interested in getting something that master has created the standard for. I decide what I like. I decide what's beautiful. I decide what's nice on my skin. I'm not validated by the things that I can get. So you have people that are very, very poor to this day who really get involved into getting things that they cannot afford, because since we were slaves, they are trying to get that validation. Because you remember, when you're property, you're not considered human. So you need valuables to validate your existence. That's what slaves did, and that's what a lot of American people are doing today. So my message to you guys, Do not become a slave to being validated by white American standards. Kanye West, this is for you. I'm Madam President with a Z.